Today I'm going to review and tear down a portable air compressor that you would carry in your car to inflate your tires if you have a slow leak. Let's take a look at this little gadget. The Audew tire pump comes with a nylon carry case, so you can carry this in your car. It keeps everything self-contained with all the accessories. The unit features an LED work light that comes on as soon as power is applied, and a digital tire pressure gauge which will read in bar, kilopascals, cubic kilograms per centimeter, and of course pounds per square inch. And it allows you to set your cutoff pressure. Now I run my tires 35 pounds, so I set it at 35 pounds, and when it's inflating, once it reaches 35 pounds, the unit will automatically stop. To activate the unit, simply turn on the power switch. As the tire fills and the pressure builds, once it reaches into preset tire pressure, the unit will shut down automatically. Of course, you guys want to see what's inside this thing, and so do I. I want to see how well this little tire inflator is built. So, we're going to pull this thing apart and take a look inside it. There's 5 screws that hold it together. So here's the inner workings of the unit. Power cord's just got a little strain relief here. Everything's crimped. There's a power relay here to control the compressor and the motor. It's a plastic gear driven compressor piston, which they all are, right? And a plastic piston, which I mean all of these units are. I haven't seen any of them that are metal, because these are not something that is designed for use every day. These are designed to use when your tire is low and you're at the side of the road. So they're all pretty much the same inside. Here's the LED light that just sits in the top here. So when I open it up, the LED comes out. But it just sits in there. And there's not a heck of a lot else on here. I think they could have put some heat shrink tubing around on the resistor, the dropper resistor for the LED. But again, we're not talking high power. Even if this were to short out, it's not going to do anything, right? The outlet is connected to the piston, but there's also a little sensor on the back here, which goes to this air pressure sensor, which gives you the feedback down to the little control board here, which is what tells the motor to turn off when you get to your desired pressure. But it's plastic, but you know, it's looks to be okay for what it costs. It's a great little gadget to have in your car in case you pick up a nail or something, or a screw in your tire, and your tire is starting to go flat. It gives you a peace of mind that you can check the pressure. So you're carrying around a pressure gauge with you as well, so you can check your air pressure, and if the air pressure is low, you can top up your tires. And then that should get you going to get to the closest service station where you can get that tire checked. One of the worst things you can do in your car is drive with an underinflated tire, because underinflated tires can fail, and if one fails at highway speed, well, if you're not a skilled driver, you're probably going to end up in the ditch or roll over, because it creates a very dangerous situation. So having your tires properly inflated is very important. So I think everybody should have one of these type of devices, whether it's this one or one of the others, but everybody should have one of these things in their car. Just carry it in the trunk or in the back, just in case you have a problem with a tire. I know that my car has one that came with it from the factory. It's actually got the Fix-A-Flat compound in it too that will temporarily fix the tire. But I've never had to use that, but I have had to pump up my tire once in a while when I picked up a nail, and I was able to pump the tire up and then make it to the closest garage to have the tire fixed. So this one's going to go in my wife's car, because I know that hers has a slow leak. I have to put air in the tire about once every 2 weeks, so I have to put air into that back tire. So I'm going to put this in her car so that if the tire goes flat or gets low while she's out driving, she can pump the tire up herself. So the unit actually has a place to store the hose. Just wrap the hose around it. And it has a place to store the tire inflator connector on the bottom. And then there's a place to wrap the power cord. I don't know which way it goes. We'll see which way we wrap it around here. But we can wrap the power cord around here as well, so that everything is neatly packed and ready to store. Once the cord's all wrapped up, put the unit back in. Oh, it even comes with instructions that I didn't even bother to read. But the unit fits nicely into its carry bag. Here's something really important that I just had to look at the instructions here, which I didn't read before. But it does have a duty cycle. So if you've been inflating for more than 8 minutes, it says to shut it off, to let it cool down, and let it cool down for about 10 minutes before continuing. So if you can't inflate your tire within 8 minutes, shut it off, let it cool for a while, and then continue. Otherwise, you could overheat that plastic piston and could have it fail. So there you go. So here I have a tire that is notoriously leaky. The rim itself actually has a small crack in it, so I have to constantly put air in this tire. And if I check it today, we'll see that my Trusky gauge tells me that we're about 25 pounds. Let's hook up this tire inflator and see what the gauge on it tells me that the pressure is. Now, as you can see, as soon as you apply power through your 12-volt outlet in the vehicle, the light will come on. This is to give you light so you can see if you're working in the dark to inflate your tires. And the first thing we'll do is we'll connect the hose to the tire. And secure it. And this one tells me that I'm actually at 20 pounds of pressure. So I want to set this for, I want to set it for 35 pounds, which I do with the plus and minus key. And then all I simply do is just hit the power button. And the compressor will come on. I'm going to skip ahead a bit here. It took about just over 4 minutes to bring my tire from 21.5 pounds up to 35. So I'm just going to skip ahead a bit here on the video, as there's no point watching this. This is like watching paint dry. At 35 pounds, which is what I set it to, the unit shuts off. Now we'll verify with another gauge. I don't know how accurate this is, but it's one that I've been using. And it says 35 pounds. Actually, it says about 36, but close enough. It's within a pound. So there you go. Audew portable emergency tire inflator. Something everyone should have in their car. All the new cars come with these, because most new cars these days don't carry a spare tire anymore. At least a lot of them don't. So a lot of them have a tire inflator with them, but if you don't have one, this is actually a very good accessory to have. That's going in this car. This is my wife's car. It's going to go in the back of her car, so that when this tire goes flat, if she's not near a gas station, because it does lose air, then at least she has something that she can pump up the tire in an emergency situation. Thanks for watching.